this section and then the next section we're going to be working with the compasses. Those are the last two sections in chapter 1. So we got these weighted averages, which we're going to go through. This only going to take like 10 minutes. Not even that. And then after this, we got the compasses. Don't worry about buying a compass. I already done bought all the compasses we need. And then we'll have a quiz. So, weighted averages, the last thing. This is very similar to the partitioning of the line segment, except you're not partitioning, you're not dividing. You're just going to be calculating the weighted average. Now, how this applies to you all, how many, do any of y'all ride the bus here or everybody here get dropped off?
I don't even think the school has buses. No, they have private buses.
Not quite. Well,
You just...
some schools got like, the example I'm going to use is, and this might be true for some of y'all, when y'all leave out of here, you might get a job at the FDOT, the Florida Department of Transportation, and I'm trying to see if they got any out here. They're responsible for putting the bus stops in a certain location. That's what their job is, responsible for putting the bus stops in the location. So what you're going to have to do in certain situations that you'll have, like the example that I'm going to give you, is you're going to have this situation where there's two bus stops. Your job is you got to place and find where the third bus stop is going to be. And it's based off of how many people get picked up on the bus. So you ever see, like, you ever been driving and accidentally get behind the bus and you like, dang, man, I got to wait for all these people to get on this bus. And it slows traffic down. So what you're trying to do is increase traffic flow. Hold on. You're trying to increase traffic flow by inserting another bus stop. So what you want to do is use this formula that they use. It's a weighted average. By definition, all the weighted average is just you're going to be taking the sum. We already know what the sum should mean. Of the product. So you're going to be adding up multiplications of a number of units and the value per unit that's divided by the sum of the number of the units. Sounds like a lot of word salad. It just means averages. Except now it's going to be a little bit heavy. So the best way for you to understand this is I'm going to give you a scenario. Very similar to what I just said. A school, us, ISA, we're planning a location of a new bus stop. We got to put one. We got to put this new bus stop somewhere. And it's going to be on Main Street. We'll call this Main Street. Now, based on the number of children in each household, who rides the bus and the location represents where the new bus stop will be put at. It's based on how many people get on the bus, how many people ride that bus, how many people get on this stop, how many people get on this stop. Now, based off of those averages, you're going to put a new bus stop in. So here's the situation. I used to say schools plan a location of a new bus stop on Main Street based on the number of children in each household who rides the bus in the location that's represented by the weighted averages. Here it is. The Molinas. I ain't got nobody last name Molina here, do I? Close. The Molinas live on 6th Street. They ride the bus. And the Warners, that family rides the bus. The Molinas get on the bus on 6th Street. You might want to draw this dot. Everything you see up here, yes, I would jot it in because it's going to sound super perplexed, but once we get into it, it'll be easy. This is why you don't understand. You got to stay locked in. The Molinas live on 6th Street. We'll call that A. Look like an endpoint. And then the Warners live on 64th Street. And we'll call that point B. As you can see, point A is here. There's something in the middle here. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. 64th Street, we'll call it B. And then we got the school that's over here. Remember, you're trying to pick people up, and you need a bus stop that's somewhere in between A and B. Part A. The Molinas, at their stop, how many kids they pick up?
Two.
You pick up 2 kids. Then you driving. Don't worry about this yet, because this is what we're going to fill in. And then the next stop is on 64th Street, where you pick up the Warners. And how many kids is there? 5. So now the bus is packed. Make sure you get on early. You get the seat that you want to get next to the person you want to sit next to. So the Molinas got 2 kids they pick up. The Warners got 5 kids they pick up. You looking at this information, where should the new bus stop be located? Because it's too packed. Or you got, not too packed, you got enough room to pick up more riders. So here's the situation. You're gonna have to put this in the formula of weighted average. We'll call P being the location is gonna be our new location. We need to find where our new location is going to be between A and B. We'll call it P. They told you by weighted average. What's that? You got a question? Like,
No.
if you got a question, ask me now so I don't move forward. So with the weighted average, at the bus stop A, that'll be our first X. And you told me that there's 2 Molinas that get here. So we'll call that our first weighted 1 average, 2 bus stops, 2 riders. The second stop is on 65th Street. You told me that's point B, and that's my second weighted average because how many riders are riding on that one? How many riders are riding on the second one? Huh? 5. So our first weighted average is 2 because we're picking up 2 kids. Our second weighted average is 5 because now we're picking up 5. All you got to do is put it in this formula right here, where it's your weighted average, where it's A times weighted average 1 plus B times weighted average 2 times the sum of both weighted averages. Is that complicated? I think that's pretty straightforward. You're taking point A, multiplying it by its first weighted average. Where's point A at? On what street? 6th Street. 6th Street times W1. How many bus riders did you pick up on 6th Street? So the first one is 6 times 2. Plus, where's the second bus stop on? 64th Street, and you picked up how many kids? 5 estudiantes, correct? Huh? Use your legs and you can move around. Or you can just catch it on the replay. And then that's going to be over the value of the first average plus the second average. Well, you just told me the first average was 2, second average was 5. All you're doing is basic algebra at that time. 6 times 2 gave me 12. 64 and 5 made 320. 2 and 5 made 7. When you add those up, you get 332 sobre 7. See? What you doing?
I like your Spanish.
Y'all teaching me. So when you divide that, you're going to get decimals, but you got to round. When you divide that, you get 47.4. What's 47.4 round down to? We put it on 47th Street. So you know your answer is going to be, the next bus stop will be on 47th Street. That's it, gang. Yeah? Got that? Now, jot that, and I'm about to show you a few examples, because y'all got them laptops in front of y'all. And now you're going to show, because their first assignment, you got 2 homework assignments, unfortunately, but if y'all take care of business, you can start on them now and get them done and not have no homework.